thank you for watching avivTarot. And today I wanted to do a video because I am so grateful of all the people that watched my previous video. It reached, I think it's almost at 200 views. So I know it's like 200 views compared to like people who have like thousands of views, but to me it's amazing because consider that all the other videos only it's like 10, 20, 30, right? So, and I have people liking the video, so like that is a huge motivation, and like it just makes me super happy and very appreciative, and very happy that, you know, if my videos provided people with advice or things that they're looking for. So I'm just very happy and very grateful and very appreciative. So that's why I want to do it, you know, a video seeing my face so you could see how gracious I am, and instead of just, you know, seeing my hands moving around the camera and try to, you know, just listen to my voice. Anyways, so I have Instagram account as well and Facebook page, so you could go and like those pages or account, because I do every day, like I try to do a daily draw. There's a few days I didn't have time, so I didn't do that, but I try to be pretty consistent to do a daily draw on the Instagram account. And if you have any ideas for the next readings, you can message me or, you know, comment in the section below. And today the reading is going to be about what is going to happen between us, or what's happening. I think what is happening you already know, so I feel like it should be a little bit forward. So it's going to be what is going to happen between us. So without further ado, let's move on to the cards. Okay, so today we have 4 piles, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. And while you are deciding on which pile you want to take, I will take the time to let you know the decks that I'm using today. So I used this one, the Smith-Waite Tarot Centennial Edition. I also use the Vice Versa Tarot cards. And then the Oracle cards I'm using is Colette Baron Reed's The Enchanted Map Oracle cards. And I was debating if I want to use this, but I decided that I'm going to use it. And it's the Lover's Oracle by Tony Carmen Salerno. Oh my God, I can't say his name. You know what I mean. Okay. All right, so if you still are deciding which pile you want to choose, then pause the video. I'm going to start with pile number 1. Okay. You get 10 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, and this is the Page of Wands. And this is actually the reversed side because it's on both sides. Isn't that the coolest card? And then the Hangman is on the reverse side, but it's reverse of the reverse side. So I'm just gonna flip this around, okay? Because I've asked people if they read reverse over reverse and reverse of the upright. For this deck, I think most of the people don't do that. So this is going to be upright, even though it was turned out to be reverse over reverse. And then in the Oracle card, we get Into the Unknown. And then I will show you this one after we do the rest of the reading. So it's going to be hidden for now. Okay, so first of all, I think it's amazing. I actually drew 2
number 10s for pile number 1, and they both came out reversed. So as you know, number 10 is the last card for each suit. It means the end of the journey, or you're almost at the end of the journey. Although it turned out to be reversed. I'm not too like, don't be like scared, like, oh my God, reverse of a 10 of cups means unhappiness, because it means happiness, you know. I don't really read it reversals like a direct reverse of the upright meaning. So this one, so what will happen between us? So first of all, if it really doesn't really only apply to, like, you know, people that you're crushing on, your loved ones, your partner. It could really be anybody. Although when I was shuffling the cards in my head, it was more geared towards like a love reading, but it really could apply to, it could be really general, right? Since it is a general reading. So first of all, this one is reversed, 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands, I mean, upright, it means like you're very burdened, burdensome, tiresome, and all that stuff. But I mean, as it's reversed, it still has that kind of burdensome tiredness and that kind of thing. But it's more like internal than like physical. Maybe physically you're tired and all that stuff. Could be like a inner conflict kind of things. And also you might feel like a lot of responsibility that you have to take care of, and you feel like you're the only one working at it, and like you feel kind of alone in a way, like nobody can help you. So it might have that sense of that. So in this one, what will happen between the two of us? It might feel like a little bit of like responsibility. Both of you might feel like you're working alone instead of together. So maybe you need to communicate more what you want to work on, because why that is also why I say like maybe you need to communicate a little bit more, because the 10 of Cups is also reversed. So it might be you guys are holding a lot of like emotions. Maybe you have a lot of like unsatisfied things that you never really reveal to the other person. Like emotionally you might not be satisfied, but the other person never knew about it, and hence you feel like internally very burdensome, tired. All that responsibility is like weighing you down. And so I think you need to communicate about it a little bit more, because this is the vice versa deck. Over here you have the Hangman. This is the reverse side of the Hangman, and then this is the Page of Wands in reverse. And I think it's very interesting that both of these cards also, it's almost like these, like the 10 and the 10, right? And like reflecting each other. And this one is a little bit of that as well, because look at this. They're both like in this night starry sky and like looking at the skies, right? So the Hangman has the meaning of like something is on hold. You need to think about things, and that kind of like meaning. And even though it's on the reverse of this side, this is the reverse side, it still has that meaning. So like you're being hanged from morning till night. So you've been thinking from morning till night. And so like what will happen between the two of you? You guys probably are having like a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking. This is also a major arcana. So there are some kind of change coming, or a change in the relationship, the dynamic, because you guys are not communicating very well. So you might feel like the passion is gone, or see, this is the Page of Wand, and it's on reverse, and so he's looking out, like looking to see what else is out there, right? And here's like a campfire with like a phoenix, a fire phoenix rising. So like there's that maybe the dying of like the relationship a little bit, and both of you feeling, or maybe one of you feeling that you want to seek what's out there, but you're just in the stage of thinking, right? Because maybe there's a lot of effort already put into the current relationship that you don't really want to give it up yet, right? So you're just thinking about like what's your move going to be next as well. And over here, if you can see, like there's that mask that's being broken, and then these are the two people, like, you know, coming, and they're actually looking at the sky as well, and looking at maybe what the hangman is looking at too, right? And they're kind of speaking amongst themselves, or maybe asking the hangman for direction or something like that. So maybe that could represent like you want to seek somebody's help, and to seek like a middle person to communicate something that you feel hard to say in person, right? And like both of these, we don't see their facial expression, so there is that, you know, turning the back towards the other person kind of thing, and not communicating. And I feel like this is kind of coincide with the messages here, right? And or maybe you guys are scared to move on to the next step, as in things are very, very, very stable and getting to like a very kind of boring, kind of stagnant, like the relationship feels stagnant now, right? And you don't know, you, like, as I was saying, like your fear to take that step because you're just in that thinking phase. And because Wands is actually about passion, like taking that move, right? But it's reverse. So you're being a little bit more cautious of like what to do next and that kind of thing. And then especially the Wands, 10 of Wands over here being reversed, like feeling burdened, weighed down. So the Oracle card is telling you to step into the unknown, right? Even though like you're scared to say something to this person because you don't know what their reaction's gonna be, do it anyways. I mean, do it in a loving way, not like seeking to argue with them. But I think maybe you guys should sit down and tell each other what's on your mind, what is not making you not feeling so good, or not what is, you know, wrong with you or yourself, or what you feel the other person can improve on, that kind of thing. And if you're single and you're just having like a crush on somebody, that can still be it, you know, because I mean, unrequited love, you know, is very, very hard on oneself. Like you feel you're very alone, nobody can help you, and you feel like your emotions cannot be revealed to the other person because you're fear of rejection. And like over here as well, like the Page of Wand, there's all that curiosity and all that passion that you want to do something, right? Over here, like your soul is calling you out to do something and step into the dark and the unknown, but you're scared to do that. And here the hangman, right? The stagnant, you're hanging on upside down, unable to even move, right? Maybe come up with a strategy how you're going to talk to the person that you like. Maybe, you know, test and see, like throw out some kind of comments and see what they feel about you, right? Or have a friend to help you. Ask, you know, like kind of just casually say, oh, so how do you feel about so and so, right? maybe to, you know, test the water a bit before you actually go and spill your guts out to him or her, right? But I feel this is a spread to tell you that what is going to happen next, that you should talk to them, communicate to them, even though it's, because it's unknown, you don't know what's going to happen, but it's worth a try instead of feeling kind of anxious, right? And so here's the last card. It says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love for you as deep as the ocean. So that's why if you're in a relationship and they're not, even though they're thinking about moving on to somebody else, they're not doing it because they still love you. You just need to communicate that, need to let them know. And relationship is all about work. Like, you know, single people, they always want to get into a relationship, and then when they get into a relationship, they realize, oh my God, maybe single is better, right? You don't have to answer to anybody. There's a lot of work. And so, and as for the single people having a crush or some kind of, that, you know, this might be you, you know, you have a very deep love for the other person. Or it could be that the other person values you a lot too, and they don't want to lose your friendship, and that's why they're scared to make any move as well. So feel it out, and maybe you can ask a friend or so, you know, to help you feel out what that person, your crush, is feeling about you, if there is a chance or not. So if no, then you can move on, right? But I mean, the friendship will still be there. So that's your reading for pile number 1. All right, we will move on to pile number 2. Oh, so if this resonate with you, I mean, obviously it's a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but if it does, you know, you could leave a comment below, or like, share, or subscribe to my channel. And I also have an Instagram and Facebook page. So yeah, I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2. This is what your cards. Knight of Wands, the Tower in reverse. I know it's like a lot of reverse energy, right? I mean, pile number 2 you wouldn't know, but if you watch pile number 1, you'll know why. Okay. This one also came reverse, but as I was describing in pile number 1, because it's the vice versa deck, and I've asked people if they read reverse of a reverse or reverse of the upright, since it's actually like this. So it's on pictures on both sides. One is the upright meaning, one's the reverse meaning. So nobody reads reversal for this deck. So I'm just gonna flip this one around, and it is the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, this is actually upright side, and this is 6 of Swords. This is it came out like this, so we didn't have to reverse it. This is actually the reversal side. The Oracle card, it says Balancing Act. Okay, and I'm gonna put this, I'll show this later. Okay, so Knight of Wands in reverse. I mean, when people see reversals, they're all scared and stuff like that, but I actually don't read reverse as like a direct negative meaning. Sometimes the reversal of a negative card is actually a good thing, so I think so I actually honor the reversals. So King of Wands, it's reversed. So King of Wands, it's wands, so it's about passion, right, and action, that kind of thing. But when it's reversed, I feel there is some kind of a stagnant energy. It might be also that is an inner conflict or something inner, right? So you might feel all these passion and all these things that you want to do, and you're actually procrastinating, right? And you're not doing it. It also might mean, you know, the literal negative, not negative, the literal reversals, which is you're losing interest. You're not as passionate about anymore. So our question is, what will happen between the two of us, right? So it could be all that meaning I just said. You might, so, you know, you or the other person might feel like the passion is gone, or that, you know, you have all these passion and all these things that you want to do, but you're procrastinating, or you're just like thinking about it. You're not really like, you know, putting that forward. But it all could also mean that all of this passion and everything, because sometimes passion could lead to impetuous like move, right, behaviors. It could also mean that this relationship is growing into like a more stable relationship. But, you know, to some people, stable means boring. So if it's not all passionate, like all fiery, it could be like kind of, you know, boring and not much going on. So that might be that energy. And the tower being reversed. So people are jumping out of the tower and there's a destruction. It means like a major change is coming. Even though it's reversed, I feel like there is still that change coming. But it might be more internal change, or it could also mean that you or the other person are resisting that change, right? You don't want that change to happen, but it is going to happen either way. And sometimes change doesn't mean bad thing, right? Like, so if it's coupled with this one, it could also, you know, what I was saying, that it was a very passionate feeling, love, whatever. Now you guys are thinking about more like the stable, moving towards like the stable kind of, a little bit more like family, right? Sometimes you might not have a lot of things to talk about anymore, like, because you're losing a lot of like that curiosity because you know this person more now, right? There's nothing else to like really share, so things start to get a little bit more mundane, that kind of thing. So that could be that kind of change, right? So it doesn't have to be like this drastic, literally these people jumping out of the tower type of change. So some kind of a change. It could either be like you're thinking, like you might think of this person a little bit differently as well, because you're getting to know them a little bit more. So now you see them in a different light. You realize like this person is not as passionate as this, or action driven as you thought he is or she is, and might be a little procrastinator, right? Or something like that. Or they're not as impetuous. They're actually a very stable person. So there might be like a shift in how you see the other person, or how the other person sees you, or a literal change in the relationship dynamic. Okay. And then over here we have and then coupled with these, because these are also the tarot cards too. So more, it's almost like a clarifier, or I actually oh, look at this, I just realized that they're also both sixes, and that happened in pile number 1 too, and I drew 2 number 10s. Oh my goodness, synchronicity. Okay, so this one is 6 of Pentacles, and this is 6 of Swords. So 6 of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite is actually this person giving like money to like these two beggars. So it still has that kind of meaning to this in this deck, but this is a person who's looking down at all these like houses, right? So he may feel like, I don't know if it's like these are like miniatures and he's like a big huge giant, or this is like the regular size and he is actually like a giant, right? Looking down at these, almost like a god or something. But this is, it still is a good card. It still means sharing, you know, protecting, maybe even. I feel like it has that kind of meaning now, because without the two beggars, now with this person looking down, so it has that protection kind of meaning. And it's just and so what is going to happen between the two of you, because these are two reversals, remember? And I said that this is like this person is actually moving, becoming a more stable person or whatever. So maybe this person wants to have like a longer, like a change in the relationship dynamic. There's some kind of a change coming, right? And so maybe this person is shifting. Like originally it's all like this sexual tension, sex and all that kind of very passionate, that type of energy. And now it's shifting into, maybe they see you as somebody they can have a home with, right? And they want to protect you more than just seeing you as this sexy little thing, right? And want to just put you down. So now they may see you as like a wife or husband material, and they want to protect you and want to share all of their wealth with you, and like seeing it as like maybe like, again, change, right? Don't resist the change. Sometimes change is good. Maybe they want to like make the relationship go to the next level, right? And also over here, Six of Swords. Most of the Swords card are not that great, but Six of Swords is actually not that bad. It's the original side is, I mean, the upright side is actually this person moving away, right, from things, and the reversal of this is very interesting. If we can focus, okay. So it's this guy and with this woman, right? And this woman is holding a cup, which over here you don't see that, right? But she's holding a cup. And what does the cup mean? Emotions, right? So over here are the swords, like all that kind of air, like thinking, thoughts, and that kind of things. And this is already moving away from things that don't serve you. It's moving away towards something, right, in the future, which is change, right? And it's, instead of just thinking about things, now you have the coupled with emotion. And it's like, maybe you could think, because it's one cup, so it could be like the Ace of Cup, right? With lots of new emotions. So it's not just passion, but it's filled with love and that type of energy. And like this, the family, right? So wanting to give you everything, share all my stuff with you. So like, I think it has that kind of meaning for this. Oh, pile number 2 has like a great meaning for this. But the Oracle card says, just remember to have its balancing act. And even look at this. Like, even though it says balancing act, oh, it's number 11 if it means anything to you. Synchronicity 66, 11. Over here, if you look at these, like, these little things over here, they're all hearts. They're hearts falling out of the ship. Right? So, again, I feel like leaning towards, like, lots of passion is no good, which, you know, you should have coupled with, like, emotion and all of these, what do you call it? It's like what, money, right? Finance. Everything needs to come together in order to create a more harmonious, balanced relationship. And I mean, I don't know if it means anything, but 16 and King of Wands is like a number 14 type of thing. So it's all like even numbers, like, yeah. And if you add this together, it means 2 as well. So it's all even number, like balance, right? So it's not, there's no odd one out. So yes, balance. Just don't, I always think don't swing from the extremes. Everything is great if it's just, you know, in the middle and you kind of shift a little bit back and forth. But extremes are bad because too much passion, it's, if you don't balance it out with other things, it's, then, I don't know. You know what I mean. So, the Oracle card over here. If I could focus. Okay. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So, I feel like there might be something that you need to handle. That's why something might not be, you might be feeling a little off, or you might be swinging again one side to the other. So you need to balance that and choose what makes you happy, right? Sorry, somebody's coming home. Okay, so choose what makes you happy, and regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. And so there might be changes and you're resisting it, but it could be changed towards something good, like something joyful, right? Something like a family. So if you are with somebody and, you know, there might be change. So if you're with somebody, you guys might make your relationship move towards like a more, even more stable, homey type of energy or situation. And if you are single, you know, your crush or whatever, there might be some kind of a change coming. You might see this person differently. Something might happen so that you view this person might not be what you imagine him or her to be. So you might see him as somebody, like maybe if this person was a very passionate person, you might see him as more stable. If you see this person as like this huge, fun, loving, partying type, it actually might turn out that he's actually a very homey person that loves to stay at home and play video games. Who knows? So there is a shift in how you see the person you like, or a shift in the relationship dynamic. Okay. All right. So that is your reading for pile number 2. And if I have Instagram account and Facebook page, so you could go and subscribe to those, like, or follow the pages. And if the reading for this one resonate with you, and you have something that you want to share with me, you may leave in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Okay, so pile number 3. Your cards are Lovers in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, as I was telling the other piles, you know, so this is reversal. However, because I'm using the vice versa deck, and if you're not familiar with that deck, it's actually pictures on both sides, and one side is the upright meaning, one side is actually the reverse meaning. And I've actually talked to other people if they actually read reversal or reverse of an upright side of this deck, and most of the people don't do that. And so I'm just gonna flip this over, but I just wanted to let you know that it actually came out like this. Okay, so this is Ace of Wands, and this is actually the reversal side. This is the actual upright side. So, and then over here is the Four of Pentacles, and it came out like this, like the upright. And this is actually the reversal of the Four of Pentacles. This is the upright side. Okay. And then you have coming apart. And the oracle card for this one, I am going to not show you right now. We're going to leave this to the end of the reading, okay? All right. So, even though it says coming apart, it feels like, oh my God, it's a negative thing. And then Ace of Cups and Lovers reversed. And this is technically, if you're using the Rider Waite, it's like Ace of Wands reversed. And this is reversed. Oh my God, all of them are reversed. So there is maybe stagnant. Something is on a pause right now for pile number 3. Your relationship with the person that you like or the partner that you're with. Something is just not moving right now, okay? Doesn't mean that you're gonna like separate and come apart. But there is that kind of energy, okay? So what is going to happen between the two of you next? There is going to be a moment of stagnant, I don't know what the adjective for stagnant, or is the adjective? Whatever. You know what I mean. Something is going to be on hold. Ace of Cups and Lovers. I love these two cards, but they're reversed. But that, I don't get that feeling that it's actually a negative thing for some reason. Just because, I don't know. It's just, I don't feel that negative thing. So, first of all, the Lovers card. There are some kind of choice. It could mean also choices, right? So, maybe there's somebody that is coming in between you and the other person. Maybe that could be one of the meaning for this because it's reversed, or so that there, that's why you have to choose, right? But it's reversed. So reversal doesn't necessarily mean the complete reversed meaning of the upright meaning. It could also be something internal conflict or something that you're just not seeing or something that you're afraid of. So here, I feel like that there might be something that you're deciding on. So it could be that, as I was saying, somebody's coming in between you two. And so you or the other person are trying to choose, right? But it could be a person, but it could also be some things, right? Work could also get in the way of things as well, right? Or some other situation. Or it doesn't even have to be like a third party, like another guy or girl coming in between the two of you. It could also mean like family members coming in between the two of you, right? So this is one of the possibilities. So now, coupled with Ace of Cups being reversed. Ace of Cups means, your emotions are overflowing, right? With love and compassion and passion. Well, passion is more the wands, but still have that kind of meaning, like the love for somebody. It's overflowing. Now the cups, the water are all being spilled out. So you might feel a little bit emotionally drained somehow because of some kind of a situation, right? Or you're just way too giving and so you feel a little bit emotionally drained. Or you're waiting for the other person to decide on something and they're just not making that decision, and you feel, or the other person, or because it could be vice versa, right? So you might be the one that's like having to decide on something and that person feels emotionally drained or something like that. Or both of you could feel that too, right? Ace of Wands in reverse. It has the meaning of, so the book actually says that you need to step back and take a look at your surrounding, right? But Ace of Wands, the picture is so positive. Like, I don't see anything negative for this reverse side. There's like that bird flying, right? And then there's that sun. I feel like this is something is moving towards a better, something better, right? Like the sun is coming out. Because even though this is Ace of Wands, this is actually the upright meaning of like something is about to happen, right? Maybe because it's already daylight, right? There might be that beginning, the missed opportunity, something that it began already and you missed it a little bit, because it began already. So there's probably signs and signal of something that happened before, and you didn't notice and you didn't realize, and that's why these two cards are coming in reverse. And I mean, this one is also reversed, but so the passion is there, but is being withheld a little bit, right? Because maybe you're waiting for this person to decide to make that final decision, or he's waiting for you to make that final decision before they will spill their guts to you or show any emotions or what their feelings right now. And over here is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is actually the reverse side. Apparently these are the four symbols for water, fire, air, and earth. And these are the four pentacles. And this emperor is looking at these four buildings, like four pillars, but it's actually in like a desert, right? So these are like buildings built in a desert, which to me is very strange. And also this person is having his back towards us, so we can't really see what his face is like. So it has that feeling of he's very focused on something, right? I'm talking about the card, like, because it's a he, right? So he's focused on something that's out there instead of focusing on something that's here right now. And Four of Pentacles has that meaning of finance or career, right? And stability. So maybe he's looking for that stability or that financial or career stability, or even maybe emotional stability. And he's trying to find it outside instead of looking in. And maybe that is what's coming in between the two of you, right? Some kind of a money or financial issue, or that the person's focus is not on emotions and passion, right? Or moving on to the next stage, the new beginning. Because his focus or her focus is actually not on you. Okay? And so coming apart. And I thought this is very interesting. It's like an mirror image of each other. So even though it says it's coming apart, it might be like both of you are feeling the same way a little bit, right? Again, this is so crazy. Pile number 2 actually got 2 6s. Pile number 1 got 2 10s. And here we got 2 1s, right? And they're both in like the same position because this is reversed, remember? And oh my goodness, 4 6 46. So I don't know if that means anything. I just noticed that. I just wanted to point that out. You guys might be growing apart, like, because you're not communicating, and the passion, because everything is feeling very stagnant. You might want to seek for something that will excite you a little bit more, because you're feeling that you're not getting what you want in this relationship between the two, right? So let's see what this oracle card says. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do or what you think you should do, right? For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So maybe that decision that you're afraid to take is based on fear and guilt. And I will always say that don't make your decisions based on guilt or fear, because those are the things that you're going to regret later. If you don't make your decision based on guilt and fear, whatever happens, even if it's a supposedly bad result, you wouldn't regret it because it's a good thing. So somebody needs to make a move, okay? Maybe, so for pile number 3, I kind of don't want to say this. Originally I did say I feel a positive vibe, but as I was going on with like reading the cards a little bit more, now I'm getting like a little bit more like, if you could tell, I'm talking a little bit slower. The energy is actually shifting a little bit, that I do feel like maybe taking a break might be a good thing. So what is going to happen between the two of you? There is going to be that pause, that decision-making time. And it could be deciding between two people, or deciding between a person in a job or a person in a finance situation. And obviously it's going to be a pretty hard decision to make. Just get that feeling. I mean, anything is always hard, to any decision, because you don't know what's going to happen, right? So not that it's definite, like you're going to like separate or whatever. But if you want to make everything moving forward again together, it's going to take a lot of effort, right? And do it because of love, because it makes you happy. Don't do it because you are afraid, or you feel guilty breaking the other person's heart. I mean, sometimes it's like ripping off the Band-Aid, right? It hurts at the beginning, but you got to do it fast and quick. And it's going to take a little time to, heal that pain. But it will be better. Things happen for a reason. And if you're single and if you don't have anybody and you're looking for somebody, it might be a little stagnant right now because you need to work on yourself, or there's some kind of a decision, right? And if you're crushing on somebody, maybe that person is actually, they don't feel the same way as you, and they might be more focused on their career and their finances, and they can't return, they don't feel the same way as you. Okay. I don't know if this is going to resonate with everybody. Maybe it might resonate with some people. If it does and you want to share anything, you can leave in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel. And I also have an Instagram account and a Facebook page as well. So you can go and check those out. So I hope, I mean, this is your current energy, right? So if you change your thoughts, change your behavior, like I always say, things will change. So maybe for the next reading, you might get a more positive reading. So, but this is just based off of your current energy. Something is not working right now for you. Okay? Don't get too depressed. Go and have fun, enjoy yourself, and, you know, think what you can do to make things better if you really want to make this relationship work. I'm sure, you know, if you want something bad enough, you can make it happen, right? So that's your advice for pile number 3, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye. Okay, that's it for, let's move on to pile number 4. And you get Page of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so if you didn't watch the other piles, I will explain it again here. So this is from the vice versa deck, okay? And it's pictures actually on both sides. And one side is the upright meaning of the traditional Rider-Waite-ish, and then the other side is the reversed, what they think could be the possible, like, reverse meaning of, or the other side of the upright card. Okay. I asked other people if they actually read reverse over reverse or reverse of the upright meaning, and not I never really gotten a straight answer what they do. Basically, they just say, oh, just flip it around. So this came out like this. So it's a reverse of the reverse side. I just wanted to let you know that it came out like this, but I'm gonna flip it. Okay, so this is the reverse side of the 10 of Swords. And this is the Moon card. It came out like this. Okay, upright. But this is the reverse side, okay, of the Moon card. And then the Oracle card, we have Rock Bottom. And the last Oracle card, I am going to show you at the end of the reading. Okay, so first of all, just to let you know that all 3 piles, all of their Rider-Waite, these 2 cards, they all came out reversed, which is amazing. Pile number 4 is the only one that got an upright card. But even though you get an upright card, it doesn't mean anything. When you get a reverse, it doesn't mean anything either. Okay, because sometimes reverse is good. All right, so Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about thinking, thoughts, right? It's more about that than, like, you know, Wands is about action and passion, and Cups is about emotion, and Earth is about more like money and finance, right? So Swords is all about thinking. Page of Swords, so he's the youngest, or she is the youngest in the 4 court cards. So it's a little bit more immature, unstable energy. And so but also very curious, right? Because think about like this is a really young person. So they're very curious about things, hungry for knowledge, wants to know more about things. And so for this reading, we're trying to find out what will happen between the two of you. I think you guys are probably not very familiar with each other. I have that kind of feeling, right? If you are together, you're actually still at a very early stage. Just because of the Page of Swords, that's how I feel. Because you guys are very curious about each other, want to find out about each other, and maybe want to find out like mentally if you're connected, right? And if you're crushing on somebody, of course, you're always wondering what the other person is like, right? So very curious. And Two of Pentacles. So, Two of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So whether it is reversed or upright, I actually see it pretty similar because it's juggling, and even though it's reversed, it's still juggling. And so it has that decision type of energy, juggling between something, and so still try. So that's why I'm saying this is probably at a pretty early stage. So maybe still at that stage of like, do I really want to be with this person, or do I not want to be with this person? Still maybe thinking about it. And maybe there is a little bit of like a finance situation involved as well. Like, should I choose, or career, should I choose, do I really want to be in a relationship right now, or do I want to focus more on my job or my finance, right? Has a little bit of that, about that energy over here. And this one is Ten of Swords. You're coming towards an end of a cycle. So again, you're almost starting a brand new cycle. So a new energy, right? So this person, Ten of Swords is, if you look at this is like, oh my God, scary. Stabbed, right? Ten of Swords all stabbed on this person. And over here, you get the other side of seeing all these swords on this, but it's just the armor, right? And if you look at it, it's empty. It seems like it's empty. So we don't know if this person is actually a real person or just a spirit. So he's actually dead, so he's looking at himself. Or he actually got out of his armor and just looking at this like, phew, you know, I didn't die. My goodness, my armor is actually pretty strong. But either way, swords have that energy of thinking and thoughts, right? Like we were saying here. So this person is looking at this situation and just thinking, holy shit, what just happened, right? And pondering about things and wonder what is his next move is going to be, right? And I think it's very interesting that look at this. This is the moon, and it's being eclipsed. This is the sun, and it's being eclipsed, right? It has that same type of imagery. But the sun is coming out, but it's just being eclipsed by the moon or something. And so things are not very clear yet, and which kind of reflects this. You don't know what you want to do yet. Pondering, still thinking. Again, curiosity, right? So maybe you want to find out, or she wants to find out more about you, to see if you're compatible with each other and want to move on to the next level, or elevate the relationship to the next level. But I think to this group, thinking and being connected spiritually, because the moon card, is very important, I feel. Okay. And over here, this is the moon card, but on the reverse side. And so this is the tradition. They're howling at the moon, right? The crab. And this is a sign of Cancer. And look at this. This is a woman also holding on to two things. The book says this is a shining egg. And I was like, what? Shining egg? I don't see shining egg. I thought it was like a mirror or something. So it's like a water or something, like a jewelry or something like that. But I guess, egg. I guess food. So emotion versus like, bread. Love or money. It's that kind of balance, which is like this, right? Do I want to choose love, or do I want to choose my career, my finance? And it has that kind of energy. So, and so it's a lot of thinking for this group. There is the energy of like this young page wanting to find out more, right? So generally it's still pretty good, but it's a very calm, very thoughtful type of energy. And look at this. Today, all of the piles have some kind of a synchronicity. This is 2 10s. And the other piles all have that too, with different cards. So here it says rock bottom. And I don't think for this pile, I'm not going to take rock bottom as like the exact, like the literal meaning of rock bottom, where you are down to like the bottom of things and you're trying to climb back up. I actually see it more like look at this, look at the picture of this. You could see it in any way you want. And it's like a little bit confusing, right? It's almost like back in, I remember like a while ago, it was very popular, like those 3D images. If you like really look at it for long enough, you can see different like images pop out from the page. It has that kind of feel. So this almost feel like to me that this kind of decision making, like different ways of looking at things. And so it has that energy for me for this pile. And then over here, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Which kind of corresponds with this, right? Because moon is all about intuition. Like, you know some things intuitively already. But how are you going to choose, right? You know, but you might be scared to do that. And here are the same kind of things. There's all these ways of looking at this, or ways of walking out, or, just like, whoa. And you know where you want to go and what you want to do. But you just want to make sure, right? And right decision is over here as well. And so this group, I feel like, so what is going to happen next between you and this person that you're inquiring about? I feel this is at a very beginning stage, so not a lot of things are being invested right now. You probably are curious and want to find out more about this person. So you have an instinct about how you feel about this person. So if something doesn't feel right, you have the power to walk away at any time, right? But if you feel like this is the person for me, you're going to probably see and work it out and see what happens. But I feel like at this moment right now, it's a lot of thinking and not a lot of action yet. It's stagnant, but it's different from the pile number 3 stagnant. This is thinking what you want to do, how, if you want to move forward or you want to take a different route type of energy. And if you are single and you don't have anybody, you're maybe trying also decide, like, do I really want to get into a relationship or do I not want to get into a relationship, right? And if it's a single with a crush, you, again, probably it's a new crush that you don't know a lot about. So you're trying to see and find out more about them. And yeah, so that's probably what's going to happen next. And if it's like family members or, any other situation that you're thinking about, you and the other person, it's a lot of thinking, and you can choose. You instinctively know what you want to do, but you just want to really get all of the information that you can before making that decision, right? So if this resonated with you, and you have something that you want to share with me, you may comment in the comment section down below. This is for a very general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody, which I totally understand. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I also have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, so you may follow me on those as well. So, all right, I will see you in the next reading. Bye, pile number 4.